this video, we're going to go through the coolest and most useful things that you will want to print this month, starting off with this. This may be my favorite thing of the whole video already, but we'll see. This is a 3D printed birdhouse, and once you've got the two pieces, slot them together, you are left with this absolute awesome design. Now, it's genius actually, and the reason that it's genius is you can put some suction cups on the back here, and then they can connect to your window on the outside. Suck this to your window, and then when the bird comes along, you can actually see it sitting on here through this hole through the window. You could just get one to put in a tree and then look out, but this way they'll be so close and you can see them directly through. The only edit that I would maybe make to this is adding a separator on the inside so you can have something for water and for actual bird seed or bread or whatever you want to use. But overall, this is actually genius. It's got a little roof as well. And I think personally, the beige PLA just pulls it all together. With it being Halloween, I saw these and I immediately ordered some glow-in-the-dark PLA because look at these things. They're so freaking terrifying, but wait until we turn the light off. Once the lights go out, these things look absolutely amazing. They're zombie hands that you can then dig into the ground and have them sticking up ready for Halloween. Now, of course, we've already done a Halloween print video, so if you haven't seen it, then check it out up here. But I had to include some more in here because obviously it's nearly Halloween. These are freaking amazing. While I should have mirrored them so the hands were going different ways, I'm still insanely happy with them. And this is the first time I've ever used glow-in-the-dark PLA. So if you're interested, it'll be linked in the description. But these hands overall, the nails on the top, like, they're insanely good. They're horrifying. So I'm gonna have these outside, put a little, maybe like a little tombstone behind them as well. And these are gonna be a great addition. Now, I understand that not all of you may have access to a 3D printer right now to print some of these items, and that's where our sponsor for today's video comes in, and that is JLC 3DP. They're a manufacturer that offers advanced 3D printing services with a ton of materials available to use. Whether you need them because you don't have access to a 3D printer, or maybe you need something more specific for a certain project, such as metals, resins, and nylons, there are over 20 options for you to get your hands on. You can get access to instant quoting and real-time tracking, and there's a standard 48-hour lead time for door-to-door delivery. You may be wondering how much this sort of thing costs, but their pricing starts at just 30 cents, and you can get up to $70 of new user coupons. Not only that though, JLC 3DP have an enterprise-grade quality control, so you know that everything you're going to be receiving is going to be absolutely perfect. So if there's something that you really need for a specific project, or maybe you just want to print some stuff and you don't have access to a printer yet, check out the link in the description, and thank you JLC 3DP for sponsoring the video. So the first two were pretty long prints, but this one is insanely fast. Now, I've included this because I actually need to use it. This is a drain cleaner that unclogs all the hair and stuff from your actual drains in the bath. This will allow you to pop it down in there and drag out any sort of hair or unclog your drain, the dirty, grimy stuff that you don't necessarily want to talk about, but you can 3D print the solution to it very, very quickly. This takes minutes to print. Obviously, it's very small, super flexible because of how it's printed. This is just in PLA as well. And honestly, if you do have a drain that doesn't flow as good as it used to, then definitely consider giving this a print and a try, because a lot of the time it will fix your problem. But for something that prints so fast, it is definitely useful to know about. I was going to buy one, but this is a lot cheaper. Now, as always, I'm going to quickly just interrupt you guys to say thank you to the 3,033 subs that have joined so far. That's unbelievable, guys. Thank you so much. But also, there's still like a insanely low percentage of you guys that are watching these videos that haven't yet clicked subscribe. So please do. I will constantly improve the quality of the videos as much as I can. And I also have some very big projects coming up too. Now, here's something that I should have printed probably years ago, and I've constantly thought about doing it, but for some reason, I never got around to doing it. This is literally just a poop chute. A lot of you guys probably have these already, but I didn't have any yet, and I've just had the plastic all over my office floor, and it's not ideal. These don't take that long to print, and to be honest, I think a big reason why I haven't printed one in the past is because they do seem to take a little bit of while to actually print, and I just kind of thought, what's the point? But this one's really awesome. This will screw onto the back of your printer and then slot into here, and then you can just lift it up and remove it to empty it whenever you need to. So to me, this one's absolutely perfect. It's really like compact and small, which may not be ideal for a lot of people, but for me, I'll empty this regular, just lift it off, and I don't want it to take up too much space down around the printer. So I've printed two of these now, and it is about time that both of my printers do get one, because yeah, it could make an absolute mess if you don't have one. Moving on, we have more Halloween decorations. I had to. It's very close to Halloween. I needed more stuff. I love doing this sort of stuff for the kids. This is a candle holder, but for just LED tea lights. One goes in the bottom, one goes in the top, and this thing looks absolutely terrifying. It's awesome. The actual way the light goes through the white PLA looks great, and the design of the whole thing with the drooping, evil-looking candle melting thing, with the candle holder, it looks brilliant. I like this a lot. You could pop them along your windowsills or maybe on the outside down your path or something. There's no messing around. There's no assembling. There's barely any supports. You just pop it on and take it off, and it is ready to go straight away. So as far as Halloween decorations go, especially if they're last minute ones, these are definitely ones you're going to want to print. Now you'll get extra points if you can figure out what this is, because I guarantee you don't get it until I tell you. This is a self-locking round coat hanger. I had to use the exact name because I forgot what this was called a million times. But this prints all in one go. Even the ball on the inside is printed in place, which is crazy. And all you need to do is attach the bracket to the wall, slot this over the top. Then you can very easily put in a robe or a t-shirt or a jacket or a coat or towel, whatever you want to use in here. The ball will keep it in place, and you can actually print different sizes of the balls to allow for a tighter fit or a looser fit, depending on what you're wanting to hold in there. If you're wanting like a nice heavy thick coat, maybe you'll need the one with more space, or if you just want something like a t-shirt, then maybe you'll need one that's a little bit tighter. But this is super convenient, and I'm gonna wood stain this and pop it on the back of my office door so that I have a place to actually put my jackets and coats rather than on the back of my chair. Now moving on is something that I've needed for the longest time. I've seen these so often and they're such a good idea. This is a pegboard that allows you to put in whatever you want into all the different spaces, and you can 3D print like all of this. You can 3D print the board, you can 3D print the accessories. Like this one, for example, you can hang your pliers on, and so they're out of the way. And I've just stripped and gutted all of this stuff inside of my office, and I now need to find a place to keep all of my tools. What my plan is to rip off the bottom layer of foam here and have these all the way across, all the way down, and just fill them with all the tools and things like paintbrushes and all that sort of little bits that normally sit on my desk, and have them on the wall. I also 3D printed spaces on the back too, so once it's mounted, it'll have plenty of space for all the different pegs. And there are thousands, and I mean thousands of actual accessories that you can get to pop on here. So I'm going to be spoiled for choice, but also you can absolutely design your own. So if I do design any, which I'm sure I will, they'll all be available for free over on the Patreon on that free STL file list that you can get your hands on. If you guys haven't seen that, link in the description. It's completely free, and you can get access to any files that I make or pay for that I'm still able to share as well. But I love this, and while it's not finished and mounted yet, I need to print off some accessories. I need to print more of these, get them up, and I plan on working on a video, something like I 3D printed improvements to my office or something like that. This will be finished in that video, so make sure to subscribe for that too. Press the like button. I really didn't know what to say with him, in case you couldn't tell. But here we have a crow for Halloween. Now look, I know we've done Halloween stuff, but it's nearly Halloween. I had to include it. This thing is terrifying, and I have a really good idea for where to put it. In the Halloween video, I talked about printing some more crows or ravens, and I've actually put them in a really cool place down the railing of my actual garden. This guy is going to sit right on the end, so it looks like there's all the different crows, and then this is like the fat, terrifying version of them at the end. This is insane, and they're actually printed easier than the other ones. His feet are super sturdy, and I just did it on a really low infill setting so that you use way less plastic, and also it's super light now, which means you can glue it down, tie it down. I'm using wire to do mine, way easier. There's no weight for it to actually worry about. Like, it is super light. All of the spikes came out beautifully, and I actually printed this on the lowest quality setting to save as much time as I possibly could. And it looks great. The layer lines actually add a little bit to it. Anyway, let me know in the comments what we should call this guy, and otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.